While his former wife has ventured into motherhood, Tom Cruise and his Church of Scientology have come under attack from a Hollywood pin-up boy and one of Tom's former mates. An actor who starred in Thelma and Louise and CSI speaks to Brian Seymour as he continues his investigation into the secret world of Scientology.
It's been a difficult year for Scientology. It started when a former poster boy for the religion defected, left the church. Hollywood film and television star Jason Begay. He now joins us from Los Angeles. Jason, thanks for joining us. First of all, what's your reaction to these claims that here in Australia Scientology is employing children full-time and preventing them from getting an education?
You have to understand that from the viewpoint of a Scientologist, their mission is so important. I mean, these people actually believe that they're here to save. They're the only hope for mankind. That not only just mankind, they're here to save this sector of the galaxy. And so if little things like a child's education have to suffer for it, it's a sacrifice that's worth making for the greater good.
Is it during OT3, Operating Thetan Level 3,
yeah,
that level of study, that they hit you with the story about Xenu the alien? Let's pause here. Scientology denies the story of Xenu exists. It's about an alien who brought interstellar entities here 75 million years ago. These aliens still inhabit mankind today. Only Scientology can save us. The church says publicly it's nonsense. Yet those who've been in the church say when you reach the level of study known as Operating Thetan Level 3, Xenu appears. Confirmed by our whistleblower from last night's story. What about Xenu?
Well, that's basically the OT3 level. You don't encounter that in the church until you get to OT3, and then when you get to it, it's confidential, so you can't talk about it.
And David Graham, a former top Scientologist in the United States. I have to ask, is OT3 where they hit you with the story about Xenu the alien?
Yeah. OT3 is the Xenu story.
And now Jason Begay, who passed OT3 and went on to pass Level 5.
That's when you first come into contact with the Xenu story.
You used to believe this, is that right?
Honestly, I have to say, and this is interesting, I didn't, but I accepted it. I accepted it deeply. I didn't have to believe it, I accepted it. So.
Is this a religion, Jason? Or is it a motivational course, or is it a cult? What do you think of it now that you've left?
Well, what I think of it, I think that it's a cult.
You were in Scientology for something like 13 years, nearly 14 years. You gave them, you say, around $1 million of your own money. You were a poster boy for Scientology, up there with Tom Cruise, John Travolta. Why did you decide to leave?
The last 10 years were a nightmare. It was very, very unsatisfactory.
If Scientology believes its mission is to save mankind, protect the species, and as you say, an education for a child and making a child work full-time is a small price to pay if that is a genuine mission.
You know, you can joke about that kind of thing, but when you have this kind of a higher purpose, quote unquote, it gives you a sense of grandiosity, of importance. Even though you can still empathize with the non-Scientologists, whom they're referred to as wogs.
It's a sense of real purpose.
Exactly.
How can Scientology get away with this? If it's all true, how can they get away with it?
Are they getting away with it? If they are, it's because they're under some cloak of religion, I guess. If there's somehow it's considered volunteer work, maybe. I don't know how they rationalize it. What I'd like to see is that you continue to pull that string and say, how could it be that a parent agreed to let their child be in this situation? How could that be?
Would you like to see Scientology banned?
And those are the kind of things, would I like to see Scientology banned? I have no comment on that.
Can I ask why?
Everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe. But I don't believe that anybody has a right to trick anybody, to hurt anybody, to harm somebody for their own purposes.
Jason Begay, thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you, Brian.
And Jason Begay is now scheduled to appear on American television to tell all about his life under Scientology.